I was stealing corn from Homer Lawson's field. The rattle of the cornstalks and the bark of Homer's hound dog made me hug the ground and lie dead still. Flashing through my mind was big Homer's reputation, a man who really didn't give a damn. They say he shot old Mountain Joe for just one ear of corn, and laughed today they laid him in the ground. And I can hear the breaking of the sticks from someone's footsteps, but shaky legs just can't get up and run. And as I lay there breathless, the next thing I expect was a blast of hell from Homer Lawson's gun. Shadow of a lady, it was Homer's lovely daughter Julianne. I smelled the perfume in her hair as she sat down beside me, whispered, "Papa's running moonshine again." I thank God for cloudy nights in Alabama's whiskey still, and harvest time in Homer Lawson's field. I thank God for cloudy nights in Alabama's whiskey still, and harvest time in Homer Lawson's field. We are saying goodbye, dear, forever. I'm leaving false love behind. Every promise you made has been broken. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Go back to the bar down the street, dear, and stay with your honky-tonk kind. Go back to the life you've been living. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Someone true and faithful, and that is the way it had to be. You wanted your honky-tonk life, dear. You're no longer a sweetheart to me. Go back to the bar down the street, dear, and stay with your honky-tonk kind. Go back to the life you've been living. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. From a bottle to a ride in the moonlight, and the arms of the first man you meet. Another victim added to your list, dear. You're no longer a sweetheart to me. Go back to the bar down the street, dear, and stay with your honky-tonk kind. Go back to the life you've been living. You're no longer a sweetheart of mine. Today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow just wasn't such a long time, then lonesome would be nothing to me at all. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, and if I could feel your heart so softly pounding, only if you were lying by me could I lie in my bed once again. Silver singing river, there's beauty in the sunrise and the sky, but none of these, Lord, nothing else can match the beauty that I remember in my baby's eyes. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, and if I could feel your heart so softly pounding, lying by me could I lie in my bed once again? Could I lie in my bed? Sat beneath the maple on the hill. We would sing love songs together while the birds had gone to rest. We would listen to the murmur o'er the reel. Will you love me, little darling, as you did those starry nights, as we sat beneath the maple on the hill? Darling, when they lay me down to die, just one little wish, darling, that I pray. As you linger there in sadness, thinking, darling, of the past, let your teardrops kiss the flowers on my grave. I will soon be with the angels on that bright and peaceful shore. Even now I hear them coming o'er the reel. So goodbye, my little darling, it is time for us to part. I must leave you and the maple on the hill. We grew up living close to each other, went to school and played side by side, and I longed for the day I would ask her if she would be my bride. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Her daddy died when she was very young, and she never knew love from a man. And I tried hard to show her that I loved her, and tried to make her mother understand. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. My days of youth are gone, but I am happy, and my time's not very far away. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and placed them on her grave today. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. She said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Hillside of the mountain, always looking up towards the sky, remind me of my papa and my mama, who lived there 80 years before they died. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley, and a wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. The sizzle of the greenwood on the fireplace, the falling snow around the redbud tree, the branches of the laurels by the creek bed, and the rippling waters of the gentle stream. Papa used to talk about the young days when he and Mama first were settled there. He spoke about the love of the mountain, that he and Mama shared together there. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley, and a wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. Shining in the valley, an old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. Ain't got no worries, I ain't got no home, I ain't got nobody to call on my own. But I'm satisfied, I've got nothing to do but bum for a dime for some Red Mountain wine. Me, some people don't. Some women love me and some women won't. But I'm satisfied, I've got nothing to do but bum for a dime for some Red Mountain wine. House in Carolina, a barn in Tennessee, a boxcar in Virginia, and a jail in Waikiki. But I'm satisfied, I've got nothing to do but bum for a dime for some Red Mountain wine. I'm satisfied, I got nothing to do but bum for a dime for some Red Mountain wine.
Well, I went down yonder on the Caney Creek, I wheeled out a fiddle from my wagon seat. I tune my fiddle and rolls to my bow, play the little tune wherever I go.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better get your bitches on.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better tie your shoes.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better get your bitches on.
try to get to heaven before the devil gets to you.
Sleepy-eyed Johnny had a wooden leg. The leg wasn't nothing but a little wooden peg. With one shoe open, one shoe on, he could do the double shuffle till the cows come home.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better get your bitches on.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better tie your shoes.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better get your bitches on.
try to get to heaven before the devil gets to you.
Sleepy-eyed Johnny stole the goose, where the goose he fly, but he couldn't get loose. Said John to the goose, if you don't be still, gonna miss your supper down the Caneyville.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better get your bitches on.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better tie your shoes.
Sleepy-eyed John,
you better get your bitches on.
try to get to heaven before the devil gets to you. but you don't care how many tears I've cried. And though you won't believe how much it hurt me, I couldn't bring myself to say goodbye. 'Cause everybody's somebody's fool, everybody's somebody's baby, and there are no exceptions to the rule. Yes, everybody's somebody's fool. Best that I forget you. No other fool that lives knows the score. Yes, darling, I may try it soon without you. It hurts, but I keep running back for more. 'Cause everybody's somebody's fool, everybody's somebody's baby, and there are no exceptions to the rule. Yes, everybody's somebody's fool. Someday you'll find someone you really care for, and if his love should prove to be untrue, you'll know how much this heart of mine is breaking. You'll cry for him the way I've cried for you. 'Cause everybody's somebody's fool, everybody's somebody's baby, and there are no exceptions to the rule. Yes, everybody's somebody's fool. Yes, everybody's somebody's fool. There's a storm across the valley, and clouds are rolling in. The afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on a 4-lane, a mile or more away. The whining of his wheels just makes it colder. He's an hour away from writing all your prayers up in the sky. 10 days on the road, he's barely gone. There's a fire softly burning, supper on the stove, and the light in your eyes that keeps him warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. And hey, it's good to be back home again. There's all the news to tell him, and how do you spend your time? What's the latest thing the neighbors say? And your mother called last Friday, sunshine made her cry. She felt her baby move just yesterday. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. And hey, it's good to be back home again. And all the time that I can't lay this tired old body down and feel your fingers feather soft upon me. The kisses that I live for, the love that lights my way, the happiness
just spending time with you. And it's the little things that make a house a home. Like a fire softly burning and supper on the stove, and the light in your eyes keeps me warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Hey, it's good to be back home again. I said, hey, it's good to be back home again.
Lord, we've waited here so long, singing praises, singing songs, waiting for the happy day that you'll return. When we hear the trumpet blast, we will welcome you at last and go back with you to the throne of God.
Come on down,
Lord, and gather in your fold.
come on down,
Like the shepherd in the glorious stable fold.
come on down.
Come and get your children, don't be slow. It's so weary in this wicked world below. Over on the other side, we will all be satisfied. A home he promised on the other shore. There we'll feast on peace and love with our Father up above. In his mansion we will live forevermore.
Come on down,
Lord, and gather in your fold.
come on down,
Like the shepherd in the glorious days of old.
come on down.
Come and get your children, don't be slow. It's so weary in this wicked world below. Come on down, Lord, and gather in your fold.
Come on down,
Like the shepherd in the glorious days of old.
come on